Hey guys, welcome to the top 5 niches of the week, the original print-on-demand niches show. It's episode 241 and the first episode of 2025, so happy new year. I've got 5 print-on-demand niches for you to target to start your new year off with a bang in terms of print-on-demand sales. So let's get to it. Let's kick things off with an Amazon merch sales update. In the last 7 days, I made 203 sales on Amazon merch for $529 in royalties on the US market and around another maybe $150 in royalties from international markets. Probably going to be the worst week of the year. And that's because you usually see a lot of like Christmas returns, and it's just a slow week for sales because everybody spent so much money in December and they got to pay off their credit card bills, right? If you would like to follow me on Instagram, it is linked in the description. I try to post daily sales updates for motivation. All right, let's check out the top 10 Amazon merch t-shirts today. So this is brought to you by Merch Dominator. All right, I figured we'd switch it up and use them in 2025 for these videos as they've really been innovating in the space. So this is their top 10 Amazon merch. You'll notice 2 President Trump inauguration shirts, perhaps some foreshadowing there. And then also Amazon merch has been letting in a lot of like more, just like, let's just say more sports team shirts. Just because we see it there doesn't mean we should necessarily be selling that stuff. So make sure to skip over stuff like that. If you don't have the rights to sell it, obviously stay away. And then also Amazon merch offers their own like custom shirts. And that's when you see the Your Design here. That's how that's possible. That is run by Amazon, and they do it, I think, Amazon merch on demand in collaboration with Amazon Custom. Something that we cannot do to my knowledge. All right, niche number 1, moving on. How about the Trump inauguration? In the short term, this is where you're gonna make the most money. Do not take me at my word though. Amazon gives us a data point called BSR, or bestseller rank. So if you're maybe new to print on demand, or you've been around for years like me, if you wanna make sales this week or the week after, okay? And we're realistic people about our odds of doing so, let's use real sales data from the world's #1 e-commerce marketplace to say, yeah, this looks like a good niche. And in terms of like intellectual property, yeah, you can sell these products and you don't have any reasonable expectation of getting in trouble. Whereas if I told you to go sell shirts related to college football that's in this college football playoff, of course, there's almost a guarantee you'll get in trouble. So hopefully you guys see the difference there. When we look at the BSRs though, we've got BSRs of 9,400, 12,000, 31,000, 17,000, 44,000. Notice I did this from Amazon, not from the Merch Dominator app, so the BSRs are not in exact order. Just wanted to show you the versatility though. The Chrome extension is really what makes Merch Dominator so special. And there's different ways to use it. There's list view and there's grid view. This is from the grid view right here. It works in the page when you perform a keyword search on Amazon. Tough to beat that. I'm going to link to it in the description, by the way, if you want to check it out. So here's another row of inauguration designs. You'll notice one thing I keep pointing out is they look very like high end. They look like almost like memorabilia that you want to hang on to, okay? Also some interesting different takes on the designs, like this one with the 47 in the background, and then a clipping mask on the 47 of the White House and him giving speeches with the fist raised. So some interesting stuff there. So the inauguration, we know that that's coming. We know how good politics was to us in 2024. Capitalize on it while you can. Get it while the getting's still good. This was the last foreseeable big thing that we knew we'd be able to sell and make good money. By the way, if you're struggling to make inauguration designs, check out Creative Fabrica. They've got infinite resources for print-on-demand sellers. Start with fonts. They've got, I think, over 100,000 different fonts. They've got creative assets like one you see here. I just looked up the White House because a lot of those designs for the inauguration had the White House in it, or American flags would be another good one. They have literally everything, and it's on sale. I think it's $3.99 for a month. So if you literally make one sale at $19.99, you've paid for your Creative Fabrica monthly subscription plus more. So that's linked in the description as well. Moving on to niche number 2, piggybacking off niche number 1. I don't know if you caught it, but there was a design that slipped in there that said 1/20/2025. So January 20th, which is the date of the inauguration, 2025 this year. The end of an error. Okay, did you guys catch that? If we go back up right here, the end of an error, and that's indexed on inauguration shirt. Got me thinking, right? And then I also checked the Merch Dominator new submissions where it looks for newly submitted products in the last day or two that have already sold. And I also caught a few of these. Ready? So the end of an error. I'd say that's almost like a double signal. We know people are searching for inauguration shirts, and we saw it in the new submissions that have already sold, the end of an era. What do you know? You type it in. It's not selling so well that it's maybe on everybody's radar as a bestseller. But look at the BSRs, 100,000, 127,000, 2 million, 397,000, and behind me, 392,000. So when I see that, I think, hey, there's a realistic expectation of making a sale. We know peak sales is going to be in the next week or two. And some of these shirts are probably making multiple sales a day by the end of this week. Here's a couple more. I mean, it's honestly, you could use a lot of the same graphics that you might use if you're doing the pro-Trump inauguration shirts. Keep some of those graphics and then make some end of an era inauguration shirts as well for the people who are ready to see Joe Biden, leave office. All right, moving on from politics. Let's get on to the next thing. Niche number 3, NOLA strong, New Orleans strong. Obviously, this is going to be, a popular niche due to recent news events, not positive news events. And that's why there is demand for the shirts showing support for New Orleans. You got NOLA strong, New Orleans strong, NOLA, you know what I mean? There's different ways to go about it. Obviously, there's different elements associated with New Orleans. These are also going to be popular if you want to pivot them into Mardi Gras 2025 designs. We're going to be talking about that before you know it. If you sell in this niche though, okay, and this is trending right now, you know what I mean? You can find it in the new submissions. There's a ton of new submissions. Just be wary, be mindful that in the Amazon merch content policy, they say they don't want people capitalizing on human tragedy, which this could certainly be associated with that. But at the same time, right? At the same time, while we say that, there's many shirts being uploaded and sold on a daily basis. So you have to use your own discretion when it comes to your account. This is one that I'd probably just sell in Amazon Seller Central where you don't have the same content policy. See the difference there? So I know not everybody who watches these videos is on Amazon merch where there is a content policy that's a little bit stricter. So NOLA strong is niche number 3, but be strategic about if you choose to sell in this niche, okay? Moving on to niche number 4, cruise. Tom Cruise? No, not Tom Cruise. Cruising, cruise ships. Everything related to cruises. I had not been on a cruise prior to, not last year anymore. I guess it was the very tail end of 2023. Went on my first cruise, and now when I see these cruise shirts, I start to get it a little bit more. There's a lot of fun cruise shirts too. I'll show you why I chose cruise shirts, by the way, as well. Of course, I did see some of them in the Merch Dominator newest submissions that have sold section. But also just check out some of these shirts. There's a lot of fun cruise shirts, different gradients, different colors. The first one, I love it when we're cruising together. And that's, by the way, has big potential for multiple sales to the same customer if it's like matching cruise ship shirts. All ship, it's a family trip 2025. So again, the whole family gonna be wearing the same shirt probably. Next one says all aboard 2025 and they're using like Mickey Mouse. I would not do that. That's gonna get removed. The world famous Jungle Cruise. I'm not sure what that is. Next one says, I'm just here for the free ice cream. So yeah, on the cruises, I definitely saw some free ice cream, free pizza, etc. Next one says, board the ship. It's a birthday trip. Next one, this week, I don't give a ship. All ship, birthday trip. Titanic expert. It's not easy being my wife's cruise candy, but here I am nailing it. So there's some funny ones. Rule number 1, don't fall off the boat behind me. This is why, by the way, I said, you know what? That's odd. A couple cruise shirts popped up. Why could that be? And rather than asking you to take me at my word, right? How about we go to Google Trends for free? I type in the word cruise right here, and then I set the time frame to the last 12 months. What do you know? Interest in the word cruise, so cruises, right? That would imply to me that people are taking cruises, is at the biggest height that it's seen in the last year, in the last 12 months, according to Google, the world's most trafficked search engine, right? Sometimes we keep it simple, guys. No need to guess. We use Amazon's data. We use Google's data that's available to us, and we make informed decisions. I saw a video last week. Someone was saying, a YouTuber was saying that niches aren't important. And it's just like, dude, what? What in the world? What is it, April Fools or something? Like, niches are everything. Niches represent search interest, and search interest represents demand. Demand is what we're trying to tap into if our goal is to make sales, right? We're trying to make money here. So just keep it simple, guys. Careful who you listen to. I mean, I love when people give bad advice, makes my life easier, but I mean, come on now. If you're subscribed to me, I'm going to give you the best advice I can. Moving on, niche number 5. Oh, before we get to niche number 5, check out my free mini course. Yes, free, linked in the description. Give me your email address. I'll send you one lesson a day for 20 days. And check out my print on demand Facebook group if you want to network with other POD sellers. Niche number 5, Super Bowl. Okay, Super Bowl, wait a second. Surely we can't sell Super Bowl shirts. That's correct. Don't put the word Super Bowl. Don't reference the NFL. Don't reference NFL teams. But the Super Bowl is going to be here before we know it. NFL playoffs kick off in a week. That means the Super Bowl adjacent shirts, like I just hope both teams have fun. Have you heard of that shirt before? It sells every February, all right, leading up to the big game. Here's another funny one. It's tap into the base of people that watch the Super Bowl or go to Super Bowl parties that don't care about football, okay? After review, the goalie didn't touch second base. Repeat 5th down, touchdown. You know what I mean? Just have some fun with it. These are easy, low-hanging, often text-based shirts. They do well around the Super Bowl every year. Don't be surprised when it happens and they become bestsellers. This is your chance to get out ahead of it right now as niche number 5, because we have about a month till we get there. And it's definitely not obvious yet, I would say. Here's another row. I'm just here for the commercials and food. Just here for the commercials and halftime show. Just here for the charcuterie. Just here for the snacks. You guys get the point. These shirts are going to do really well around the Super Bowl. They're not that hard to design, text-based. The whole first page was text-based, basically. The second one, you've got a couple more football-related elements. But yeah, keep it simple. You know what I mean? Super Bowl parties, you already know they're coming, and some people buy t-shirts for them. All right, moving on. Emerging trends. Here we go. These are all outperforming their 90-day average BSR. We've got quite a few Trump stuff. We've got some Valentine's Day stuff, 100th day of school stuff. We've got even a St. Patty's Day design in there. So, okay, that people getting way out ahead of themselves there for March, but hey, I'm not mad at it. A sale is a sale. All right, looking ahead, these are smaller niches, at least a month out. February 5th, National Weatherman's Day. February 6th, Lame Ducks Day. February 7th, Bubblegum Day. February 8th, Boy Scout Day. February 9th, Super Bowl Sunday. And we just talked about the Super Bowl. Be strategic if you want to sell anything adjacent to that without getting in trouble. Let's look at the archive now. So Merch Dominator, I talked to them. They're going to try to filter out these protected brands for us when we use their archive functionality. Currently, it doesn't. So you're going to see things like Charlie Brown, the Disney stuff, Hello Kitty, Marvel. Ignore those, okay? Obviously, we don't have the rights to sell those unless you do, in which case I'm very jealous. Ignore that, though. And what do you see? What's the prevailing theme? It is heavy on Valentine's Day and some Black History Month there as well. So take that as a hint of what's going to be the big prevailing themes 1 month from today and go get prepared. All right, and finally, removed designs. These are all removed in the last 24 hours. So perhaps you'll see, this could be removed by Amazon or by the uploader, by the way, but you might see a trend. Every now and then I'll look and I'll see like a strong trend. I'm sure that'll happen throughout the year now that we switched over to using Merch Dominator and we can access literally the last 24 hours, some of the most recent data on Amazon, in this case for removed designs. But everything looks pretty well spread out, I would say, right now. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I have a full print-on-demand course linked in the description. I made about $250,000 of profit selling print-on-demand this year. I'm going to do a couple more sales review videos for 2024. But if you want to copy me, right, I'm a busy guy. Still made quite a bit of profit last year. If you want to copy my exact approach, you can learn in the description by clicking the link for my print-on-demand course. And I have a private community where I go live twice a week. You can work directly with me in small group coaching format. We also have amazing guests. We're running a month-long contest as well with cash prizes at the end. So check that out, linked in the description. It's a fun time to be in the community as well. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon with another new video.